The Warden doesn't hunt you. It herds you away from something buried in the deep dark. A failed portal, a living infection. Maybe the secret behind every respawn you've ever had. The builders sealed it down there on purpose. Step into the deep dark and the rules of Minecraft flip upside down. Here, silence is survival, and every careless footstep is a gamble. The air hums with a low, throbbing pulse, like the world itself is holding its breath. Somewhere out in that blackness, the Warden stirs. It does not see you. It does not need to. Every vibration, every arrow, every block you break sends out a ripple. The Warden feels it all. Some call it a monster, but that is too simple. This thing is more like a living alarm system, a creature built for one job, to keep you away from whatever lies deeper in the dark. The city above is just a warning. Shriekers dot the ruins, waiting for the faintest sound. Trigger one, and the whole place erupts in a chorus of shrieks that echo for dozens of blocks. 3 shrieks, and the Warden bursts from the ground, hunting the source of the noise. Not for revenge, not for loot. Instead, it behaves as if it has been programmed to herd you away from a secret you are not meant to find. Why would Mojang design a creature that cannot be reasoned with, bribed, or beaten? Why fill the ancient city with alarms instead of treasure? Maybe it is not just about scaring players. Maybe the Warden is the last line of defense, standing guard over a failed portal, a living infection, or the machinery behind every respawn. The real question is not how to escape. It is what the Warden is trying to keep locked away. And that is where the mystery really begins. Deep in the heart of every ancient city, the architecture starts to look less like a ruin and more like a vault. Everything pulls you toward the center, a perfect slab encircled by rings of stone, deep slate, and cracked bricks layered like armor. Spiral staircases wind around the core, not just for show, but as if funneling every vibration, every footstep, straight into the city's heart. It is not chaos down here. It is a blueprint, carved block by builders who knew exactly what they were doing. At the very core, Sculk catalysts cluster tighter than anywhere else in the city. Shriekers line the chamber walls, facing inward, ready to broadcast any disturbance. The deeper you go, the more these blocks stack up, like someone wanted to make sure nothing ever got in or out. Mapmakers and data miners have traced these patterns, finding the same sealed chamber at the geometric center of every city, always packed with Sculk, never open to the sky. The city's outer rings act like a moat, but the real fortress is this dense, ritual-like core. Brandon Pierce, the lead designer, once let slip that the Warden is protecting something valuable deep within the biome. But what counts as valuable to a civilization that vanished without a trace? Is the city a prison, a bunker, or a ritual machine? The answer might be buried right beneath your feet, waiting for the wrong sound to wake it up. But what is really inside the city? A single death in the deep dark is not just a game over. It is a spark, fuel for something lurking just out of sight. Every time a player or a mob falls within 8 blocks of a Sculk catalyst, a hidden circuit comes alive. The catalyst absorbs half the player's experience points when a player dies, or the full amount from a mob, and stores it as a mysterious charge. Stack up enough of these, up to 500 points, and the whole system blooms, spreading Sculk like a living infection. The math is precise, and the charge is tracked tick by tick in the world's code. Server logs from massive worlds show a pattern. Wherever deaths cluster near catalysts, the Sculk network thickens, and the city's heart pulses louder. Some community researchers even found a correlation of about 0.42 between death spikes and catalyst charge, hinting at a deeper connection. And if you try to cheat the system, Respawn anchors placed on Sculk blocks can trigger a sudden burst, as if the world itself is hungry for your life energy. So, is experience just a number, or is it the deep dark secret power source? Every respawn, every lost level, might be feeding the very thing the Warden is sworn to protect. What if escaping the deep dark is not just about surviving, it is about breaking a circuit older than the city itself? Every detail in the deep dark whispers that something is off limits. Mojang never explains what the Warden is guarding. No dev blog, no hidden lore book, not even a passing tweet. It is a wall of silence, as if the answer is too dangerous to write down. And when you finally face the Warden, the game breaks its own rules. No loot, no trophy, not even a rare block or secret music disc. Just a faint splash of experience, as if the world is saying, you weren't supposed to do that. The soundtrack does not help. Lena Raine and Samuel Aberg built a soundscape of low pulses and distant echoes, more like the heartbeat of something sleeping than a normal Minecraft tune. Every note feels like a warning, every silence like a dare. Even the city itself refuses to give up its secrets. Chests are filled with scraps, some enchanted books, a few pieces of gear, but nothing that explains what happened here or why the Warden keeps coming back. Maybe that is the point. Maybe the real treasure is the question itself. Mojang's silence turns the deep dark into a riddle with no answer, a story that is still being written every time someone wakes the Warden. So next time you hear a shrieker, remember, something ancient is watching, and it might be protecting more than just itself. The deep dark secret isn't just ancient, it's still pulsing beneath every block. Minecraft's world resets, but its mysteries never sleep. Next time you hear a shrieker, remember, something ancient is watching, and it might be protecting more than just itself.